Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. We're out here looking at our little pumpkins that are definitely finished for the year. We had 3 ones. My 3 boys made 1 each. And I was going to put them into my compost bins because this year I have some. I have 2 compost bins, which are really good. But I actually was looking at a spot I'm preparing to grow beans next year already. And I want to show you just how heavy and full of clay my soil is. Look at this. It is so sticky. And actually, usually it's even more sticky than this, but it hasn't rained for a while. It's just been, quite wet, but not rainy. And so it's not as sticky as usual, but you can just see it is really, and there's also quite some big rocks down there, but it's really, really full of just not rich, just really, really clay stuff. And so my thought is I want to get the pumpkins and bury them into this little area where I'm going to grow beans next year. They're full of nitrogen, they're really good, rich, full of all kinds of nutrition, and I'll get them they'll rot down really quickly. I've done this before I had compost bins. I used to dig holes and bury things like vegetable peelings and of course pumpkins after Halloween, and it always worked out really well. So it's also known as trench composting. So I'm just going to get a really big hole here and see if I can get all 3 pumpkins down here, and then they'll just gently rot down. Get that big stone out down there. They'll rot down in the course of the winter, and then by spring, when it's time to get the beans into the ground, this should be really nice, great renewed soil that will grow stuff really well. I got that big stone out. It's attached to lots of soil too. I actually managed to fit 2 of the pumpkins into this one hole, so I'll just cover it up again with the soil because these pumpkins can really start smelling as they decompose. But yeah, we'll cover it completely up and then it'll just rot down gently and be ready for spring. So wonderful. I know some people do consider putting them out for wildlife. At least at one point people recommended doing that because of course at this time of year wild animals are more hungry, but it turns out that these kind of vegetables, because they're not native to our country, at least in the UK, they can actually be harmful, at least to hedgehogs. And so people suggest that you just do compost them and don't put them out for wild animals, or if you are putting them out, make sure that hedgehogs can't get to them. But I don't really know how you would do that because hedgehogs can actually also climb trees. I never knew that until quite recently, and I found that quite surprising, but they're apparently good climbers, funnily enough. But it definitely is a great thing to put either in the compost or in this kind of trench composting, just to really enrich this little spot in the garden. There it is, all covered up. You'd never know it's down there, but it's getting ready for spring, and I'll cover it up with some garden leaves as well very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye for now.